Be very careful what you subscribe to, who you listen to, and where you run to or what you run from. As I've noticed over the past few years, and probably over the course of my lifetime, but it's become more apparent in the recent past year, is that people love bad news, bad reporting more than they love anything else. It's a call to action for them. Be careful upon acting upon things that only give a negative aspect on things. I mean that. I really, really mean that. Weigh things carefully, ask questions, consider the consequences, and consider the end. Too many people act upon bad news. It's irrational. And not is it just irrational, but it's downright evil, and it could end in your demise. Let me give you a little story that exemplifies this. Listen very carefully. This is written by James Thurber. I've shared a couple of his other stories before, and they're very prescient. So listen up very closely. This is called the shore, and the sea. The shore and the sea. A single excited lemming started the exodus, crying fire, and running toward the sea. He may have seen the sunrise through the trees, or waked from a fiery nightmare, or struck his head against a stone producing stars. Whatever it was, he ran and ran, and as he ran, he was joined by others, a mother lemming and her young, a night watch lemming on his way home to bed, and assorted revelers and early risers. The world is coming to an end, they shouted, and as the hurrying hundreds turned into thousands, the reasons for their headlong flight increased by leaps and bounds and hops and skips and jumps. The devil has come in a red chariot, cried an elderly male. The sun is his torch, the world is on fire. It's a pleasure jaunt, squeaked an elderly female. Oh, what? She was asked. A treasure hunt, cried a wild-eyed male who had been up all night. Full many a gem of purest ray serene, the dark unfathomed caves of ocean bare. It's quite eloquent. It's a bear, shouted his daughter. Go it. And there were those among the fleeing thousands who shouted goats and ghost, until there were almost as many different alarms as there were fugitives. One male lemming who had lived alone for many years refused to be drawn into the stampede that swept past his cave like a flood. He saw no flames in the forest, and no devil or bear or goat or ghost. He had long ago decided, since he was a serious scholar, the caves of ocean bear no gems, but only soggy glub and great gobs of mucky gump. And so he watched the other lemmings leap into the sea and disappear beneath the waves, some crying, We are saved! And some crying, We are lost. The scholarly lemming shook his head sorrowfully, tore up what he had written through the years about his species, and started his studies all over again. The moral? All men should strive to learn before they die what they are running from, and to, and why. Well, guys, as you can see, bad news was reported. Cataclysmic, apocalyptic news was reported. Such negative things, and people acted on it. Why do people act on these things? Well, as I've noticed, I think there's a sense of exhilaration that makes people feel alive, right? They never feel more alive than when they act on bad news, and some people that do so respond in different ways, don't they? Some people see the end in sight, and others feel like they're walking toward the light, all right, as we saw in this story. But the acts that they commit are heinous, either upon themselves or upon others. And the consequences are devastating. There's an end to it all. There is an end to it all. In Proverbs chapter 20, verse 17, Solomon wrote, Bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. These are people who bought into deceit, but their mouth will be filled with gravel right there at the bottom of the ocean. And people will get there eventually. Don't be one of them. Don't act upon news that makes you think the worst of somebody before you weigh it, before you've done the research yourself. The world is not all bad, but there's a lot of horrible things out there. But think for yourself. Learn to think for yourself, like this one old lemming did. And consequently, when you do, it'll make you think completely different about the rest of your species, because this seems to be a pandemic in and of itself, doesn't it? All right, guys, I hope this is giving you something to think about. If you've liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and share this with somebody who needs to hear it. As you and I both know, there's a lot of people that do need to hear it. If you're wondering what I have in my beer today, today I decided to use the Boss Man brand's products. I love Boss Man. If you've never looked into them, you should. I'm going to provide a link down below that will take you directly to their website. In the shower this morning, I used their Fortify conditioner. I love Fortify. They have 5 different scents, and I think even one unscented um, line of products here. But this is their Fortify conditioner. Absolutely exquisite. I love it. And after I got out, I applied their beard jelly. If you haven't heard of beard jelly, you need to learn about this. This is great stuff. It has a little bit more substance to it than just oil itself. It does have oil in it, and it's great for manageability in your beard. And this is the hammer. This is the hammer scent that I'm using today, by the way. And so was the Fortify conditioner. It smells really great. Look it up. Find out what it's all about. This video is not a review, but on the other hand, when my beard dried, I applied the Hammer Beard Balm, and I love this tin. It's great artwork, great colors. The designers of this knew what they were doing. So anyway, you can save 15% if you use Greg15 after you go to the website. When you check out, just apply that code. That'll take 15% off. That's quite a discount. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. And don't believe everything you hear. All right? Live your own life. Think for yourself. Don't end up with gravel in your mouth. All right? Bye-bye.